الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Today, January 21st, marks the anniversary of passing of one of my heroes, my personal superhero. My father, Sayyid Kazim Gailani, was not only a hero to me, but a hero to our Kurdish nation. You see, his father was driven out of his home from Turkey to Iraq, current Iraq. And my father was driven out of his current Iraq home and to Iran. And that's where I was born. I was driven out of Iran to be in Canada. And that's why I'm coming to you with this message. The lessons that I learned from 9 months of spending my 9 months of my father's life, last 9 months of his life, he spent together with me in his home. Thousands of people came to visit him, to pay respect to a man that they respected and trusted and loved with all their hearts. He's not only a hero to me and my family, but our Kurdish nation, who has no heroes, who has very few heroes that are remembered, who are celebrated. But today, I want to teach you some of the lessons that I learned through those 9 months. Number one, my father was driven out of his home in current Iraq and driven into Iran on the border of Iran, Iraq, and Turkey, where he stopped and settled the first community, Jarawa, a place of dream and wonder in my life. A beautiful place that I often refer to as the little house on the prairies. A family of 10, 3 brothers and 7 sisters, loving father and mother who were married for 65 years, and a grandmother, yes, 2, 3, 4 of them. An extended family of thousands. The lessons that I learned in building this community from one household to a current 500 households. That is one of the most prosperous regions in Iran and supplies a lot of the cities with meat supply of sheep, because we were sheep herders in mountains of Zagros. Before the catastrophe of the revolution of 1979 in Iran, we had a fabulous life. We have the respect of our community. We had unity. We had all that completed a community under the leadership of my father and his brothers. Last year, I came back to Canada to fulfill my father's last words, which were, son, even if you lived in paradise, which many people refer Canada as being a country just much like paradise, he said that you would be a lonely man. Go and find a way to serve your community, your nation, your country. The Kurdish nation has no voices. I became, and through the Kurdish house, I became the voice of my Kurdish people. Through the Iranian community, I reach out to those whose voices are being suffocated in streets of Tehran, women's rights activists. And in my business career, I came across people who put me on this mission to serve all. That was the opening gate to fulfilling my father's last words, to go and serve your community. Or in the words of John F. Kennedy, do not ask what this country can do for you, but do ask what you can do for your country. I came back on a mission to find the most viable way that anybody in the country of Canada can enjoy and participate in how optimizing their health, organizing their relationships, and starting to think about leaving a legacy like my father left I am blessed to have grown up under the mentorship of a leader, but you don't have to come from an ancestry of leadership to become a leader. As soon as you pick up a book and start to read, you become a leader. My great father was poisoned when my father was 9 years old. Thereon, he took the responsibility of the family of 7, 4 sisters and 3 brothers, and my grandmothers. Starting the village of Jarawa, the paradise and the land of dreams that I talk about, with one household, and then he gave land. He was generous. He never ate breakfast alone. He always asked for the opinion of his team. He was always last to speak. He was kind, but he was tough. He was a hero to me. He was generous when he needed to be. I've seen numerous times that he'd taken money that we needed so badly after the war and given it to a family that was more needy than ours. That's the legacy that he left with me. I'm proud to be a son of a father who is a blessing in my life, who opened up the gate to the future, who was visionary enough to build a community of 500 households from one, and then casting his powerful vision into all nation of Kurdistan, Iran, Iraq, and Syrians came to see him while he was alive, and I was there to witness this miracle. That is why I started the Ministry of Miracles. If you had a life that you lived on purpose, and you found that purpose, and you lived it every single day of your life, you will live a life of fulfillment, of joy, of happiness. My father, when the revolution happened, gathered all of his people in the mosque in Jarawa, and he asked them their opinion. Should we go with the government that is changing from the prosperity of the times of Shah of Iran to a revolution that we're really not so sure about because it's run by religious propaganda? The people decided that they would fight, and fight they did. They took up arms for the rights of the Kurdish people and joined the Kurdistan Democratic Party of Iran. And when KRG, the Iranian terrorist organization, attacked them with 1,500 arsenally equipped, he and his 29 men hold the valley and fought bravely to defend the lives of women, children, elderly, and those who are still being killed. If I am the son of my father, and I have this heritage of bravery and kindness, and I come back to Canada, and I'm looking for people who, like Jesus said, it is said that when Jesus went around, he looked in people in the eye and he said, "You, follow me." And he found his 12 disciples. I came back with this fire inside my heart to start doing something to serve my Canadian community, along with my Kurdish, Iranian, Turkish, and all other, under the reigns of my forefathers, all people of all religions lived. There's been movies made of the lives of Sheikh Abdul Qadir Gailani, our forefather. My father had examples to live by and to teach by, and that is what we're bringing along with a lot of services. Now I didn't go around and say, "You follow me." A group of people came to me and he says, "We have some wonderful ideas that will help the average Canadian. We need you to be our voice." And we formed what's called the Morgan Gilani Group, launched in 2020 4. And today, we are putting on events and bringing communities to build a community just like my beloved father, of loyal, of committed, of team-oriented people to serve my Canadian nation. I make videos on YouTube for my Kurdish nation to encourage them to learn the language of English. I encourage all Iranians to make their number one priority in 2024 to learn and perfect the English language, because you need the tools and the skills when opportunity arrives. We are here with opportunities for you on this anniversary. And thank you for watching. And I am the son of Sayyid Kazem Gailani, my hero, my father. Thank you for watching.